Hi there Leos, welcome back to my channel The Angel Witch Tarot. So about last week, sorry about not uploading anything and thank you for staying on. So I was sick, I am sick, you can hear it through my voice. I'm still a bit sick but I'm much better. So this video is for the 6th of April to the 12th of April 2026. Let's start off with the intuitive oracle cards. Alright, let's see what the spirits want you to know regarding your intuition this week. So we have deep reflection, which says, through deep reflection, profound intuitive insights emerge. And then we have divine intervention, which says divine intervention is at work. Your intuition is the message. All right. We'll move on to the tarot to see how your week progresses. All right. So we've got the Eight of Swords upright. Now the Eight of Swords upright is all about how you have negative thoughts and you're imposing restriction upon yourself. You're restricting yourself at this point, right? So you are self-imprisoning yourself. You're having a victim mentality and you're trapped inside your mind. The swords is all about your logic, your intellect, your communication, your mind, your ego and your clarity. Swords are the fastest moving cards here. But here it feels like since you got the Eight of Swords, you've trapped yourself in your mind. It's moving so fast. You have so many negative thoughts at high speed that you're probably on the verge of burnout, right? And then we have the High Priestess in reverse. So the High Priestess in reverse is all about secrets that are harmful, some sort of hidden agendas, disconnected from your intuition, your withdrawal from people or from your interests, your hobbies, whatever it may be, you are withdrawing. There's silence, selfishness, shallowness, ignorance and misunderstandings. Okay? And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So the Three of Pentacles in reverse is all about disharmony, because Three of Pentacles upright is all about teamwork, collaboration. Your how to say this, you're learning from teamwork, you're implementing your actions as a team, you are building something together. But then since it's come out in reverse, it's mostly about how you're disorganized as a group. There's a lot of conflict within the group, lack of teamwork, working alone. There's a lot of misalignment and disharmony here, Leos. There's a lot of disharmony here, especially with the fact that you got the Eight of Swords and the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess is in reverse. So there's a lot of disharmony, especially within yourself, your mind. So we also got the Empress in reverse. Usually the Empress means nurturing, caring, or abundance, fertility, feminine energy, good parenting. But now, since it's come out in reverse, you can say that it's mostly how you're, again, selfish. You're having a creative block this week. You're impatient, you're dependent on others. You see the contrast here? You're working alone, you're dependent on others. But because you're dependent on others, I feel like you're not able to find someone who fits well with your, grouping, collective. So there's a lot of inaction here, there's a lot of lack of concentration, there's indecisiveness, there's overwhelmed anxiety and infidelity here. Okay, so let's move on and see the other cards. The Two of Wands in reverse. Usually the Two of Wands in reverse is all about planning, making progress, making decisions, discovering stuff, leaving home and having travel plans. But since you got it in reverse, it's all about setting your own personal goals, your inner alignment, the fear of unknown, the fear of change. You're trying to play it safe because you lack the planning. You have not planned enough, so you're playing it safe, right? And then we have the Devil in reverse, which is good because you are releasing your limited beliefs or beliefs that are limiting you. So you're releasing those limiting beliefs, you're exploring your dark thoughts. There's a lot of detachment here, but you are finding freedom, you're restoring control. There's some sort of resentment holding you back, and that is due to your lack of will, your willpower. You need to find the courage and the willpower to move forward, right? So try to find that willpower. And we've got the Tower here as one of the overall cards, and this one is in reverse. So the Tower upright is all about sudden changes, chaos, revelation, awakening, release. But since it's in reverse, it's all about a personal transformation, a fear of change, averting or delaying a disaster, suffering, collapse, stormy time and restlessness. It's all going to collapse, the stormy time. There's some sort of collapse here. Mostly the fact that you are finding hope towards something because of something. And then we have the World in reverse. You're just seeking personal closure, but since you're taking shortcuts to get that closure, you're not getting any closure instead, because there's a lot of delays and incompletion because you took the shortcut to find that closure. You need to take a step forward, be courageous, find that closure straightforward instead of taking shortcuts. Okay, so that's it for the tarot. Let's move on to the Romance and Love Oracle cards. So there's connection. Love is the bridge connecting souls. Cherish these connections. Together. find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. Alright? So for this next set, I'd like you to think of somebody. It could be anybody, even yourself. Just think of someone and we'll figure out what's in the shadows of this person's heart. Alright? Secret past. There are skeletons in the closet and this person is not telling the whole story. So you might want to ask for the whole story instead, right? And then we've got the tangled web, which says this person is convoluted and their justifications are caught up and they're entranced into something. So you might want to keep a close eye on them, ask them how they're feeling, ask them to, first you need to build that trust so that they can tell you the whole story. This might be a person you just met or a person you just became friends with. Maybe the bond is not still too strong enough to tell the whole story. So just open your heart, they'll open their heart, and then you guys can bond much better. So let's move on to the last set, the Beast Soul Oracle cards. We've got the Wise Owl, all about wisdom, perception and discipline. It says to make a wish to the moonlight and find darkness. And the Wise Crocodile. A lot of wisdom here. Confidence, self-discovery and instinct. It says you need to tap into your feelings. There's a lot of wisdom here. The Wise Owl, the Wise Crocodile. So let's move on to the Ashadies for the overall energy of the week. So we've got Jupiter in the second house in Pisces. So Jupiter is all about growth, abundance, optimism, understanding, luck, expansion, finances, happiness, travel, foreign affairs, gratitude, honor, law, morality. Also talks about humor, goodwill, generosity and abstract thought. Alright? And then Pisces is that dreamy, mystical, intuitive energy that is always, spiritual, compassionate, sensitive, an escapist, addictions, creativity, romance, music, that romantic energy, the self-pitying energy, the fantasies, the psychic energy, the introspectiveness, the charitableness, the artisticness, the old souls. It also could be talking about some sort of sickness or self-undoing, self-sacrificing type of savior kind of person. Alright? And then we have the second house, which is all about the finances or the incomes. So it talks about your business transactions, your possessions, your self-esteem, your material desires, your work ethic, your values, your daily routines, your comfort, your self-care and your priorities. Alright? So this is your reading for the week of 6th to 12th April 2026. Also, I have started the personal readings on my Instagram channel account. So the Instagram account link is there in my YouTube channel bio. So you might want to go to my channel, press the link to my Instagram account, and then hit that follow so that you can have more notifications of what might be happening and the details for the personal readings. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.